You tell a story. He does too. Can he one up you? Well, that's up to you. Tell your best tale and you never know. You could be a winner on the One Upper Show.
Okay, and welcome back to the One Upper. I'm your host, Ted Blazak, and we're coming to you from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where we've met a lot of great people who have shared a lot of very interesting stories with us. And we have another wonderful guest. And can I ask, what's your name?
Miranda Luann.
And Miranda Luann, where are you from?
I am from Bellevue, Washington.
Bellevue, Washington. Great. And you're in Coeur d'Alene today?
I am. This is where I reside now. I've been here for about 12 years.
Oh, yeah. Do you like living in Coeur d'Alene?
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful little city. It really is. So I hear you've got a great story.
Well, I have a very humiliating story.
A humiliating story.
Well, it kind of is, yeah.
Well,
and it's unusual.
I'm dying to hear it because I when it comes to humiliation, I really might be able to one-up you. I have a lot of it.
As human beings, we are humiliated probably on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, about 2 years ago, I do walk in my sleep. I should tell you that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not so much for me, but
yeah, sure, I bet.
I do walk in my sleep. I have all my life. I've never been hurt by walking in my sleep until I moved into a new home. And I raised my children over in Bellevue. We were there for years and years in the same home. And I moved here, and I moved into a small home. And it had a studio or a loft. And that's what I took for my bedroom.
I see.
And I had my youngest child living with me and my granddaughter.
Okay. How old's your youngest child at this point?
My youngest child to date is 23.
And at the point that this story happened, how old were they?
I'm going to say she was 20.
Okay, so it's 3 years ago.
All
right,
that.
so it's you, your daughter, and your grandchild.
And my grandbaby.
Your grandbaby.
Yes, and she was 3 at the time when this happened.
And how new are you to this house?
Within the first couple of months.
Okay, so brand new to this house. And you're a sleepwalker in a
am,
loft.
and I took the loft.
Okay.
Okay, I wanted to make them more comfortable.
Yeah.
There was the master bedroom downstairs and a secondary bedroom for my granddaughter.
Oh.
So I took the loft.
You're very kind to do that.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, what happened was I was dreaming, and I was dreaming about my home in Bellevue. And I had green granite entryway with 2 steps down to go outside. And
at the Bellevue house?
Yes.
I see.
And so I was dreaming that I was actually taking those 2 steps down.
Oh.
And I actually fell 15 feet straight down.
No.
Because of the loft I was on.
Oh.
Yeah. It was just...
Wow.
I thought I was there. That's all.
And you were asleep the
yes.
whole time you're falling.
No, when I began to fall, I said I had time to say, "Oh shit." I don't know if I can say that on air.
No,
I apologize.
we're the internet. You can get away with anything here.
And fell to the bottom of the stairs and broke both my feet.
Oh, my poor dear. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
that's horrible.
It's okay now that I'm healed, but my daughter heard me. She got up. She rushed to me. She said, "Mama, are you okay?" And I'm lying there, and I said, "Well, of course I am, sweetheart. However, can you get me a blanket?" And she goes, "Of course. Do I call 911?" I said, "Absolutely not. I'm fine."
You have 2 broken feet.
I did, and I had 2 broken ribs.
Aren't you writhing in pain and anguish?
I was hurting.
Oh, my word, you're tough.
But this is my youngest child, and I have a grandchild in the house.
So you want to remain calm?
So, absolutely, as I'm totally nude. So I asked her, yes, I could use a blanket. Other than that, I want you just to go back to bed, please.
Wow.
And it took me a while to convince her I was fine.
Yeah.
And she did go back to bed after giving me a blanket.
Huh.
Made it back to my bed, waited till morning, and called my boss.
Huh.
Here.
Yeah. And
I let him know, listen, I know I've got at least 2 broken feet, and I think I've got a couple broken ribs. And he goes, oh my God, what are you doing on the phone with me?
yeah.
And I said, I have nobody to call you.
Oh.
This is it. You've
Oh.
got me to call you, tell you what's going on. I said I will be seeing my doctor as soon as the office opens.
Wow.
Which I did.
Wow.
I had him check out the worst foot. It was broken
Yeah.
in 3 spots.
Wow.
2 of my ribs. The other foot was only broken on one of my toes, so I never mentioned it, so I could at
Jesus.
least work.
So you went to a regular doctor. You didn't go to the hospital emergency room.
Absolutely not. I can't afford that. Absolutely not. I went to see my general practitioner.
Yeah.
God, what a great lady. She booted my left foot,
Yeah.
and that's the way I went to work. I missed one day of work,
Good Lord.
and I made it through.
You're tough as nails. That's
Really, but what I do recognize
Yeah.
is that the only thing between me and the street
Yeah.
is this job.
Oh, I see. So you got to work.
I will work.
Yeah. No matter
Nope.
what you have to
Doesn't
go
matter.
through.
It's just called tenacity. It's called just being mean, I guess. I don't know. But no, I will protect what is mine and my family
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
baby girls
Yeah.
and do what I have to.
Wow.
So I booted a foot up, and I went back to work.
Huh.
So that is my humiliating story in the last couple of years.
Wow. Well, I
I
wouldn't
want
be
to hear yours.
Okay. Well.
Because I was lying there naked
Yeah.
on the downstairs floor
Yeah.
and had to ask for a blanket.
No. I mean.
And then I found out I was weeding in the nude. And I was doing dishes because that's the way I slept. I had no idea I was walking in my sleep.
Huh. Wow.
They
So.
child-proofed all the house so I couldn't get out anymore. But I also don't sleep in the nude anymore.
Yeah.
So there we go. End of story.
Okay. So. Wow. There's a whole bunch of strands to this that. I mean, sleeping in the nude, I do that, actually.
Well,
I
a
love
lot of
it.
people do. It's comfortable.
I cannot sleep any other way. Everything feels
Honey,
too
good
restrictive.
luck. You start to sleepwalk, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to find a nightgown.
Well, yeah, that's true. Fortunately, I don't sleepwalk. Wow. Sleepwalking. I have a sleepwalking story from my sister that I witnessed. And all right, yeah, I guess we'll go with that one because it's probably the most comparable that I have. But it's not my story. So I'm already going to concede this match to you, okay?
All right.
You've won on the one-upper, okay?
Well,
you're
trying to one up you.
Oh, no. Yes, you are. That's the point. Or you should have been.
Really?
That's the point of this show. It's a great story. It's your story. It's a good story. So my this is my only comparable, though. When I was young, about 5th, 6th, 7th grade, my younger sister started sleepwalking. And she would always do, it was very weird because I remember being on the couch watching television with my mom, and my sister staggered out in the living room and said like 3 or 4 incomprehensible things and then staggered back. But she had this unusual habit that kept up for about 5 or 6 months, and then my mother had enough of it and finally got her on some medication or something.
Okay.
But what my sister would do is at least 2-3 times a week, she would wake up in the middle of the night, sleepwalk, go down to the laundry room and pee in the dryer.
Sure.
Because in her mind, that was the bathroom. That was the toilet.
It could have been a new move or anything else. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's my
That is
little...
a real bummer, though.
Wow. It was... I think we wound up having to get a new dryer.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
But that's my only sleepwalking story, actually.
Yeah,
And
my family's full of them.
Yeah, and when it comes to broken bones or anything like that, I'm the opposite of you. I'm quite a wimp. I get a sliver and I call ER. You know, I don't mess around with anything.
When I was growing up, the operating table for me was actually the kitchen table.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't have it that bad.
Well, no, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm
Oh,
saying
well.
we were very isolated.
Oh, where was this that you were isolated?
Well, let's see. There's a few points. There's Adak, Alaska,
Oh, Alaska. Wow.
and there's Montana as well.
So you basically grew up with this. You have to be independent. You have to take care of yourself. You have
Yes.
to take care of your family.
Absolutely.
And that's stayed with you throughout your whole life
Yes.
to the point you don't go to ERs with broken feet.
You don't go to an ER for any reason if you can't handle it. You know, the only time I've been inside of an ER, honestly,
Yeah.
is for when I lost or almost lost my left eye
Oh.
from getting 2 nails in it. One
Oh,
during
wow.
one in the tear duct, which ripped
Oh.
the tear duct, and the other one almost punctured the eyeball.
Oh, dear Lord. That's
But
horrible.
I kept my eye, and as
Oh.
a child, I did go to the hospital for that.
Yeah.
And childbirth, I was always in the hospital. And I eventually went to the hospital for migraines after I started to pass out when I was having them. I could no longer function at all.
Oh, I see.
I was literally losing consciousness.
Wow. Talk about...
with that.
Okay. I'm... Okay.
Other
Well,
than that, no, you take care of your stitches and your small surgeries at home.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm...
But I was a medical coordinator for a long time, too.
Oh, I see. Oh, so...
But growing up, my grandfather was a very pragmatic person
Yeah.
and very direct.
Yeah.
My grandmother was an herbalist.
Oh.
So there you go.
Oh.
I mean, it was pretty straightforward. We're in the middle of nowhere. This is what's going to happen, and you're going to keep your mouth shut. And so you did. You sucked it up.
All right, right on. Well, that's fascinating. Well, before we wrap up, let's give a shout out to our kind host here at the Iron Horse Bar and Grill in downtown Coeur d'Alene. They've been just fantastic to us for the last couple of days that we've been here. Great food, great beer, and the people are very friendly, very nice, wonderful service. And so when you're in Coeur d'Alene, come on by, show them your things, mention the show, and have a beer. And if you can top Miranda Luann, what
That is correct.
Miranda Luann's story. If you are so I don't know, dedicated and intrinsically strong that a couple of broken ankles and a couple of broken ribs ain't going to stop you. You just need a blanket on you. Then yeah.
Yeah, and time to heal.
Yeah. If you can top this story, send it to us at the oneupper.show@gmail.com. You can send us an audio link, a video, or type it up. And you can catch us on our webpage at theoneuppershow.com. Or visit us on Facebook or our Instagram and listen wherever you hear your podcasts. And until we see you again, keep those good stories coming. Oh, thank you. That was really nice.